Hi Collective, welcome to my channel, Crystal Shadow Work. Hi everyone. So this is going to be a reading. It's real. I don't know why I keep always saying readings too, is you're going to be seeing within my channel that a lot of things are changing. A lot of them are going to be channeled messages, downloads, just intuitive guidance. I'm definitely, a spiritual guru, high priestess. There's so many different names for us that are here helping with the upliftment, teaching, learning. But you need to know that if you're guided to my channel, you are for a reason, right? So I definitely have some spiritual enlightenment for you, if you would, right? So I've been thinking about the downloads and the guidances. It's interesting the words that I've been using lately. I don't know why guidance is, I just said, but whatever comes through is meant to. So, I've been trying to, connect with the downloads that I've been receiving today. It's just that there's been a lot of chaotic energy around me. I know that I'm in the process of calming that down so I can get more downloads and messages for you guys. I know that Source is working on that for me. I know that I went through a major heart healing recently, and I'm feeling very called to let you guys know what's been going on with me, as I feel that you're going to be coming across this reading when you're in alignment and these things are going on for you. So you could have went through a major spiritual advancement, awakening, healing could be taking place at this time or just recently did. But it's like this has been going on in phases, right? And it's like once you complete this one stage of healing, you advance to a new level where you're going to be getting new awarenesses, new downloads, new guidances. There you go again. And I want to tell you guys, it's like hypersensitivity is what I'm getting. Like I've been realizing lately, things have just been coming in so sporadic, so fast. It's like I'm noticing that like chakras are expanding and opening, and that's causing like a lot of sensitivity. It's like volume is like being very, very loud to me. It's like amplified, right? It's like things aren't even that loud to everybody else, but to me it's just like a megaphone is kind of like going off. I guess it's because like the sensory and so many different things are coming in at the same time. It can be overwhelming, and that might not be for all of you. It just might be if you have those things happening at certain times when you're surrounding yourself in a lot of different energies. Because I realize that that's been what's going on. I'm traveling with my children around a hotel room and things like that, so it can get to be too much, especially with all the electronics. I'm noticing a lot of electronical interference and things like that, so I've been needing to take breaks and distancing myself from that. So yeah, they're definitely showing me like getting some selenite and some crystals. I don't know why I just heard kyanite. That could be another crystal for some of you. I think that's a crystal to connect with your ancestors actually. But there's certain crystals that you can get that can get rid of electronic I need to get salt lamp selenite. There's different crystals that you can get that can get rid of those electronic the EMF signals and stuff that these electronics, radiate, things like that. That could be causing the chaotic energy too. Having too much of that. But it's like for some of you, you may feel as though you're getting like overwhelmed, overloaded. It's kind of like that anxiety feeling that you get from an overstimulation, or it's like if you've been on electronics for too long and you're scrolling and it's too much. Our minds sometimes process much more than they were supposed to, and that causes a lot of the problems actually, where we detach for our spirituality. And that was exactly, it's like, to me, it's the smoke and mirrors, right? It's exactly what they wanted to do. They really wanted to block us out and overload our memory and keep us constantly focusing and busy, so we weren't assessing our spirituality. We weren't connecting with our pineal gland. And there's so many things that are callousing that and that are blocking that and controlling that and stopping you guys from being able to connect. So for a lot of you, you're getting kind of hypersensitive to these things because you're starting to realize, in fact, that they're overwhelming you. So you're feeling more better if you're getting yourself away. I've been noticing definitely that water has been very, very significant for me for cleansing my my space, my energy, releasing. But also I've been getting guided all sorts of enlightenment and messages. Like I've always known that water was very special and very unique, and I always knew that you can set tensions on water, right? But it's like I've been getting these downloads and taking things so much deeper further, going beyond about the different ways of water and how powerful water is. So for a lot of you, you have very, very powerful gifts with water. Okay. I don't know all of the terms that I've been researching and studying lately about the magic of water behind it and the intentions that you can set and the things that you can do. But water is very, very healing, and I feel it's going to be very beneficial. And a lot of you guys could be receiving downloads and messages within when you're working with water, when you buy water sources. Of course, natural water sources are going to be the best for you. But anytime you get in any type of water, you know, it's like you're able to connect and assess. It's kind of like it's activating things within some of you. It's kind of like it's getting rid of those, the calluses, right? But it's not just over the pineal gland, the cerebellum, oh my gosh, I'm mixing up my words. But it's like you guys are getting like refreshed, replenished, right? So there's different things. I've been working a lot with charcoal too. Like I have a charcoal, like body wash, toothpaste, things like that. So that's very cleansing and detoxifying too, and kind of pulling out the toxins. A lot of you are feeling as though that eating cleaner foods and things like that, you're also purging and getting a lot of these toxins out, and that's going to allow you to go through this hypersensitivity. It's going to allow you to really pick up a lot of awarenesses of what's going on for you guys. For a lot of you, it may feel as though that the veil has been lifted too, and it's like you're going to be seeing things more clearly. You're going to be seeing the perception of things. You're going to be seeing things at different angles and different ways, right? So a lot of spiritual advancements are going on at this time. A lot of you are being called. There's just, sorry guys, there's so many messages that are coming in. So I completely forgot where I even started this reading, what it was at, but like a lot of you guys, I keep getting like the time is now. That was what the download that I got right before. It was time is now, time is now. And then I've been getting a lot of that. You guys are being strategically organized, right? Is I've always been saying that we're always been strategically organized. We've always been separated, and we've been shining our light, right? But it's like the dark dense energies are rising as well. It's like we could only, you know, put so much in placement. It's like we organized everybody and strategized everybody for the amount of darkness and the dense energy that there was. But with everything rising and everything constantly moving and things popping up just everywhere, it's like it was hard to level it out. So for a lot of you, you're being called to go certain places to help others kind of come out of the darkness. It's like a lot of starseeds were needing help. A lot of them were getting blocked. I was getting that a lot of you weren't not getting your downloads, your direct guidance. And I've explained this. I've been talking about this since November. That it's kind of been like there's been like this dark shadow, or like a dark cloud, like overshadowing a lot of you, where you're not able to connect to source. You're not able to get these divine guidance, these downloads, and it's keeping you kind of stuck. Where you're not even realizing it, right? And that's why I've been telling you guys, like, you need to distance yourself from these electronics. You need to power down your Wi-Fi's at night. You need to power down your systems. You need to get things to cleanse your space. You need to cleanse your aura, your space. All of these things are creating like all of this smog and are stopping you guys from being able to connect and getting your downloads and your messages and advancements at this time. You need to know that this is the time. That's why the time is now. I was getting this, I got guided to the patterning, what is going on. Earth is resetting, right? This is the time as we're moving into this golden age of Aquarius. It's resetting back to the very, very beginning. So all of us are getting activated at this time. This is the time where we really need to come together. We need to start pursuing these missions, these passions. If you're being called to go somewhere, you need to go somewhere. For some of you, it's literally like getting you out of this dark cloud, getting you out in the sun, getting you so you can get replenished, so you can get these downloads. For a lot of you, you don't realize that the sun is very, very healing. You could be getting a lot of healing rays through the sun, right? Just like the moon bathing, and you're getting a lot of downloads through the night, through the moon, but you're doing the same through the sun. So it's very important to get out during the sun, get out during the moon, getting out in nature, being aware of your surroundings and the messages and the intuitive guidance that you're getting, especially when you're around water sources and trees, right? It's going to be very beneficial for a lot of you. So I wanted to tell you, what was this one? About the DNA, about the reset, okay? So let me get in here. So the golden age of Aquarius, so, it's the 26,000 a year ascension cycle, right? So, okay, so I wanted to read you this little bit first here. So the first of the golden age was the civilization and the conscious connection of the prime creator, and are fully aware that source is within and that they are God. And then when we have a silver age where we began needing ritual to maintain connection, next comes the bronze age, characterized by separation, where the creator loses itself in the creation. And lastly is the iron age or dark age, aka something. We were totally lose our connection and we were run by chaotic fear energy. Well, we know that that's been what's happening, right? And so now it's slipping back around, right? Okay, so we're definitely resetting, and a lot of us are carrying these we're getting the divine guidance, the messages from the we're unlocking the keys, where a lot of us are getting these activations where we're unlocking the keys and the it's almost like we hold like the blueprints from the very, very beginning. And so a lot of you, it's like you're doing a lot of this stuff on like a very high level. You don't even realize that you're doing this. So when you're being called certain places, the coding that is within you is being unlocked, and you're unlocking things within the earth, right? So it's very, very important if you're feeling you're being called to move, right? And to go certain places, whether it's a short trip, a long trip, whatever it may be, right? And so for a lot of you, you're literally, you could be getting used to help other starseeds at this time, because a lot of other starseeds are kind of getting lost and caught up in this thing. So it's like sometimes we could be getting called to move people out, right? And to kind of shine more light within an area, and to help battle out a lot of the dark, dense energy, right? Okay, I wanted to see what they wanted me to show you with this. So we are just now about to move out of the dark age and into the golden age, when we live in a state of harmony with all of light. So peace and love are the energy we'll work with, right? So you guys, like a lot of you are like grid workers, gatekeepers, right? So a lot of you, like I'm definitely a grid worker, and I work on the portals and the gateways, right? Stargates and all of that. So a lot of these portal energies are very, very important, right? And it's like these portals open up, but we're kind of like protectors of these, right? Because we're anchoring the energy that's coming in, but we're not letting things go through them, because they can't until everybody raises their vibration enough, right? So we're very much transmuting a lot of these energies out. So things can get very, very chaotic and hectic around these portals, these energies, these gateways, these vortexes, and all of this stuff, right? So you really need to, I guess the biggest message that's coming out is that you guys, the time is now. You need to know that when you're feeling called to go somewhere, you need to go somewhere. And it's like you're going to have like a lot of things trying to mislead you, block you, guide you, and you can miss what's trying to guide you if you don't cleanse your energy in your space, right? But you need to know that as you're reaching these advancements, and you're getting these hypersensitivities and things like that, just pay more attention to them. Like here's an example, like your intuition, like very strongly feel that in your solar plexus, right? And it's like in the past I would get a little bit of a feeling about something, and I would know right away if I was going against it or not. But it's like now, it's like paying attention to these energies. It's like if I ask, or if I have a feeling I should do something, and if I try to go against it, it's like it weighs me down. It like grabs me, and it's like it's so loud that like here's a perfect way. It's like if I am around somebody that has like a heavy energy, in the past I would just feel uneasy, right? And I'd want to get away from it. But now it's like it'll start to make me feel nauseous, if not sick. And it's like if I don't physically get away from this dark, dense, heavy energy, I will physically be feeling as though I'm getting sick, right? So it's like it's undeniable. I can't just allow it to happen anymore, right? It's like once you go in so far or create these boundaries, there's like no going back, right? So you really got to pay attention to what you're feeling at this time. Like here's for instance, is I was like, all right, where am I supposed to go next? And I was like, well, there's a lot going on and everything, but I couldn't tell if it was the enemy trying to lead me away, and the distractions and the conflict and all of that, or if it was really me needing to go somewhere else. So I was like 13:23 on the clock as I say that. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna pay attention to how I feel then. So then I was like, all right, well, I feel this up. I need to move, right? And everything. And then all of a sudden I felt this heavy energy grab me, and I heard stay. And I was like, all right, fine. I guess, there's no going against this, right? So the things are going to getting more and more profound. 1344, and it's going to be a combination of things. It's like in the past you guys may have gotten just a thought, right? But it's like or maybe using like your clairaudience or clairvoyance, but it's like now you're going to be getting multiple different ways to use those all together. And it's like if you could only see thing one-sided before, and now you're able to see it at multiple angles. And it's like now you're going to be probably getting the clairaudience with the clairvoyance, where you can hear it, you can see it, you can feel it. 14:14 on the clock. So they're definitely getting more and more strong. But see, you've got to cleanse your energy, right? You've got to reset your energy. As Starseeds, Earth Angels, Lightworkers, you got to know to do that, because we're very much transmitting a lot of this energy. 14:24. you've seen as well, because it's rising the darknesses, and we really need to clear out a lot of this energy, right? So it's very, very important to do that. I've been getting so many warning signs. A lot of people are projecting on you. There's a lot of shadow energies and things like that. And the Alpha Draconin cards are coming out very, very strong, as you know that they're the ones that are definitely very, very corrupt. The cult, this, you know, you have a lot of these energies that are very much drawn to your light, because it's like as much protection as you put in place, and even if you're staying out of situations, it's like they can still feel your light and your energy. And it's like moths to a flame, like they can very much find you. So a lot of these energies, you know, they're getting sent out and get into things, right? So it's like, even if you're like isolating yourself and staying in, they're still going to find ways to get to you through social medias, through movies, through shows, through the online platforms and things like that. They get into your families, right? Get into your family members. So you need to be careful. So for a lot of you, you could be feeling to like kind of self-isolate at this time. And it's kind of what you need to do when you're hypersensitive, because for a lot of you, it's like you're going through a major shift, right? But it's also going to help you create these boundaries very much too. What was the card I was looking for? I think they're Garthians. Yeah, and I've been getting this water element. It's been coming out so strongly. So, yeah, the channel messages definitely took off right away. See, and I've been getting the blue avians too. So you're definitely releasing karmic patterns, situations. There's been a lot of divine intervention. There's been a lot of people that have been physically pulled and removed from you. You guys, your galactic star family is here for you. Divine feminine fertility. I guess I won't just read it since here they are. As I say that, then I find them, right? No, those Arcturians. I was gonna read them. Maybe it's not a collective message though. Maybe it was just for me. Something with the Arcturians. Okay. Well, anyways, so I felt guided to the steps. So we'll pull some cards from it. So I'll stop with the channel messages now. I did my first like investigation reading earlier. You guys should take a look at it. A theory that I had with a download with guidance going when I feel like. I haven't even gotten more time to research it or look into it, because that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to do like when I feel like I get like a download or something, I'm going to call it like an investigation research, whatever, and I'm going to do the download and or do the reading, but then I'm going to go investigate it and I'm going to look more into it, and then I'm going to get back and do another reading off of that reading, right? So I don't know how I'm going to label them yet. I'm just trying new things in the channel. So anyways, it had to do with airports, right? It had to do with vibrational frequencies, and you know, and anyway, I'm not going to tell you too much about it. So if you feel guided to it, sounds interesting, take a look, stumble on the channel. And definitely, if you're guided to this reading here, I did that one this morning, right? And there's something to do with, it could very much be clearing out a lot of these energies, right? And then I've been getting Ouroboros a lot today too. Now this is very, very significant for a lot of ancient times, because this is a very, very ancient symbol. Like I don't know who all used it, but I know that the ancient Egyptians used it. But it's like the beginning and the end. There's a huge cycle, a huge completion. Like I said, Earth is resetting itself back to the beginning. A lot of these energies, it's like everybody's kind of coming together, right? It's like the veil's been lifted. The veil's not there anymore. It's kind of what I'm getting. And it's like anybody can tap into these energies and this guidance. And it's like there's things getting activated at this time. It's like a lot of us that were like vessels or whatever opening up, or allowing like the gods and goddesses to just come straight through. And I don't know, and I'm just got that I heard body snatching. Like the devil, the demons is definitely doing that too. It's like as the gods and goddesses are coming down and embodying these energies, and especially as we invoke these energies, the devil's doing the same thing, kind of body snatching. It's like for some of you, I don't even like to say that term, but I keep hearing it. So they want me to tell you that. It's like some of you, like your family members, your friends, they might not even be them anymore, right? It's like if they were in such a dark place, that's all it takes, just being in a low vibration. And being that low vibration, they're subject to the devil. And this dark energy, it's like the Draconins and all of that, this is the spiritual battle. This is the end of times, guys. It's just, it's not labeled the right way in the book, right? So this is definitely going on. That's why I said, you know, you have to listen to your intuitive guidance at this time, you know. You're here being a starseed, light worker, earth angel, here staying the planet. You know, there's no more waiting around. That's why my download is what did I say? This is now. 1929, 1933. The time is now. The time is now. You gotta step up, and you gotta know, you know, you are serving a mission just by being here, right? Because you've been shining your light. But like I said, if you're not upping your protection, like I don't take my crystals off right now. Like, it's crazy. I have to keep cleansing my crystals too, but I was even told to sleep with my crystals because the enemy's been attacking me when I've been sleeping, trying to stray me away, trying to stop me from finding my way back, because I'm definitely an astral traveler. 20 on the clock. 2002. I just seen that. The 2 and 3 zeros. Because in 2011, because it's like, I know I'm under so much spiritual attack and everything that it's just like the enemy is definitely trying to stop me from coming back, right? Trying to lead me away or whatever. So, for some of you, you need to be really careful. I got this reading like 2 months ago. That some of you, I actually said you needed to leave some things down before you go into these travel states, so you don't get lost on your way back, because I had gotten guidance that I got lost, and I did get lost for a little while. Because you have to leave something, and especially if you're quantum leaping and time traveling and things like that, a lot of you might not even realize that you're doing it. So you have to make sure that you set your space, that you set some things out, that you're mindful of that. It's like, if whatever it may be for you, like a lot of times I like to use my cell phone, I like to use my rings, my crystals, I always put them in a certain place and things like that. And it's like those things, touching those things, like I know, like whenever I do my spiritual work, like I always put my rings on and my crystals and things like that. But when I'm not working spiritual things like that, I'll leave them off. And 21, 22. So anyway, I was doing a reading that somebody is traveling a little too far and getting distracted. And it's also one of these things too, some of these things are kind of attaching themselves when you're in the realms and kind of following you back, because it's like they can follow your light, and you could be bringing things back that you're unaware of, that you don't want to bring back. So by having these crystals, it kind of protects the gateway, the portal that you're going through when you're going into these things. And then it's also a reminder to kind of cleanse your energy and space when you come back out of it too, or if you do have attachments and things that you've brought back over. 2155, right? So I don't know, that's a message for some of you. Okay, it's kind of jumping around here. There's a lot to come out. See, I got to get into doing more of these readings, then I feel that they're going to slow down. They're going to be easier to follow. Because when I do call everybody in, I've just got so many messages and downloads that want to come out. I'm seeing the yin-yang symbol too, so definitely yin-yang energies are very, very significant. A lot of you are balancing out your divine feminine, divine masculine energies, and that's what was the big trigger here. For a lot of you, that's what caused this major like activation, awakening, advancement. So for a lot of you, you did something differently recently. Whether you took action, charge, control, you communicated yourself, you just decided to make some sort of major change in your life that triggered your masculinity, 2244, or your femininity. But you guys are coming into balance. So it's very beautiful as you come into balance with these energies. You're definitely calling in higher vibrational beings, soulmates, soul family, things like that. It's kind of like letting you know that you're ready. 2255 and 2300. So a lot of you, it's just like you pass some sort of test, because a lot of this is, it's like you got to get initiated in before you can have access and unlock different levels of ascension, different awakenings, abilities, gifts, and all of that. So it's like a lot of you have recently done that. You've unlocked some things, and now you're able to use them. But it's like you've got to be upgraded for those to happen. So a lot of you could be just seeing major changes, and they definitely don't want you to, you can't use these abilities and these gifts around certain people. 2332, 2333, 2333. Something to do with time. There's a message here about time. 2344. Somebody's able to play with time, manipulate time. You know, time is an illusion anyways. Time is a construct. 2355. There's a lot of messages in the 2s and the 3s for somebody. You know, you can investigate those. 2404. Those numbers are very significant. They're really grabbing my attention. Somebody needs to definitely investigate those numbers. 2411. Fire. Fire is very significant too. Fire and water, seeing the MIB. So you guys definitely have some people that are watching you, spying on you, stalking you, trying to intimidate you, confrontational. You have people that are trying to stop you from your missions, your paths. And these people, it's like they know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to steal your energy. If you find people that are wasting your time, your space, your energy, just leading you away, they're trying to stop you from getting into these spiritual work, these things. Just be mindful of what's blocking you, right? People that are trying to control you, trying to create drama, that are a conflict of your interest. You really need to, at this time, focus on you. Do whatever you want. What you want. If people are trying to stop you from doing what you want, they're trying to block you. They're trying to create conflict and drama. Some of these people, too, it's like they can dispatch things and send them out into your surroundings and cause other people to mess with you. So you need to not get stuck in the web. Harmony, protection. They really want you to be in this place of harmony, right? Knowing that you are protected. So whoever's trying to create drama and conflict, you need to stay away from it at that time. You're definitely guarded. Tall whites are here. Uncertainty, distrust, guarded. Visions, manifestations, meditation. Yeah, see the Alpha Draconans. They're very much aware of us light beings. They don't want us to have this freedom, this harmony, this peace. They don't want us to restore balance. They want to create chaos and conflict. All right, I don't want to get too far into channel that deep, dark energy. I don't even like to pull on it. And that's what's sad, is I do see some of the readers getting corrupted. And it's like they don't realize that. I mean, I get that when you want to give the warning and the message out there of the dark, dense energies, but when the entire reading turns into just talking about them and the dark energy and the protection and what they're doing and their motives and all of this, you're giving that all that energy. And it's so sad when I see the readers get so honed in. And it's like, I get it, because we've got this passion, right? We want to tell everybody to stay away from them, right? To be mindful of them, to be careful, and to block out those energies. But it's like they're focusing too much on getting the message out. They don't realize that it's like they're getting stuck in a cycle, in a loop, but they're giving it energy instead, and it's exactly what they're wanting. And I don't know how to break it and how to say that it needs to be. Because I get it. I know. I get the same way. Like, I want to come out there every day and talk about all the corruption that I see. And I want to talk about the matrix and all the corrupt people and all of those things. And, and the terrible things that are happening that everybody's not seeing. But it's like, at the same time, like, you can't do all of that. People don't understand that we see things like glass, right? That we can see the pure intentions. They can't. They only see what's on the outside. And these people that have been in high powers position are just so good at masking it. And, it's a lot of times it's fear too. People are just scared. They don't want to see it that way. They don't want to know that stuff is really happening. They don't want to know that they've been manipulated and controlled. People don't want to know that they've been trapped in this matrix, right? 2822. So it's like we can't expose everything this way. That's why, like, we are exposing it from within, right? And us that can see things as glass, right, are the ones that we are exposing it, but it has to be in the right conditions, the right synchronicities, the right things. We have to have enough where when we do expose it, come out with everything, that everybody's ready and everybody's going to believe it and everybody's going to see it, and So I hope that's a message for some of you, because I know a lot of you, I feel, that are guided to me. You're on the verge of these things too, and I see a lot of you, like, I know all the readers, all of you beautiful souls that I'm guided to, we're on a vibrational match, right? And I do believe you're my, calling my star family, right? So, and Stoll family, but yeah, there's so much corruption, everything. Like, I was in all the conspiracy groups and everything too, and I had to like pull myself out of it because I was just getting into it too much. Like, I felt the pull, right? Even though it was undercut, undisguised and stuff. And I know it's really hard because it's like sometimes I'll see this corruption happen right in front of my eyes, and I'm like, well, what do I do? We have to outsmart the enemy. We have to be a couple steps ahead or whatever. And we are. I've got a lot of plans, but I can't say all of this, right here. So, but we work together in the levels that we can. And in the last reading, I talked about a way that you can receive downloads and messages that are under the radar. Okay, so 3,000, I just seen all those zeros, right? And so you guys should definitely check out that reading. So I'm at 30 minutes and it was just like I heard stop because I have to make sure this uploads too. See, and it's like I've got moved again, right? So I got my cam back up. And it's interesting is right as we're starting to uncover this stuff, then all of a sudden everything goes down. Then I get moved again. Now I got my my cam and my web back up. So and the Wi-Fi card and just everything, it was like strategically organized, shut me down. Now I got it back up. So anyway, who knows after this one, but if not, I will go to my phone and I will find other ways to keep giving messages and guidance and enlightenment out. So, all right, guys, love and light to all of you. Definitely, if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe, right? Is your guides to me for a reason. Know that. So subscribe, click the notification bell and the all if you want to get notifications on all of my uploads, right? I know I barely got into the cards too because there was just so many channeled messages. So anyway, I'm definitely going to be doing more readings tonight. I'll see what's to come. And watch me feel guided. All right, love and light to all of you. Remember, cleanse your energy, guys. All right, bye, guys. Love you.